Hello students. Today we are going to study the energy flow in an ecosystem of Standard 9 Section 2. Ecosystem. Nature itself has its own complete system in which biotic and abiotic factors interact with each other and forms a complete part or section of environment like ocean, river, some lake, any forest, snowland or earth is also an ecosystem. There are different types of ecosystem. First, terrestrial ecosystem and second, aquatic ecosystem. Today we are going to learn about energy flow in an ecosystem. In that, first primary consumers, that means herbivores. For example, grasshopper, squirrel, elephant, etc. are directly dependent on autotrophs, that means producers. Second, secondary consumers, that means carnivores. For example, frog, owl, fox, etc. These consumers use herbivores as their food. Third, apex or top consumers, that means carnivores. For example, tiger, lion, etc. These consumers use herbivores and carnivores as their food, but no other animals feed on top consumers. And fourth, omnivores, that means mixed consumers. For example, human, bear, etc. feed on herbivores and carnivores. We will take information about food chain. Let's see the chain. There are more than one link in this chain. In this chain, every single link is fixed or attached with link. If each one of the link is separated from chain, there is no existence of chain or the chain will no longer exist. Like this, in food chain also, one living thing or organism depends on other organism or living thing. In an ecosystem, energy flows from one organism to another and from low to high level, which is called as food chain. Students, look at this diagram or image in this diagram. Grass depends on solar energy and grasshopper on grass, and grasshopper is used by frog as his food. Frog is consumed by snake and eagle use snake as his food. First, here grasshopper is a primary consumer. Second, frog is a secondary consumer. Third, snake is a third consumer or tertiary. And fourth, eagle bird is top consumer. When these animals died, bacteria and fungus use them as food. They are also called as decomposers. They are easily mixed with air, water and soil, and plants absorb these components from there, and these components goes through food chain again. Let's see some other example of food chain. Food grain or grass producers. Grasshopper primary consumers. Frog secondary consumer. Here snake tertiary consumers. And eagle that are top consumers. Second example of food chain, plants. Producers. Small fishes primary consumers. Big fishes secondary consumers. Kingfisher bird tertiary consumers. Third example of food chain, grass producers, goat secondary consumers, tiger top consumers. Plants are producers. Plants prepare their own food with sunlight. Plants grow on the food prepared by their own. Hence they are called as producers. These are many animals in environment who eats plants. Other animal feed on such a plant eating animal. Here, plants are main or important part in food chain. Now in the diagram, producer, consumer and decomposer always interacts with each other. There is a definite sequence in these interactions which is called the food chain. Each cycle consists of 4, 5 or more chains. An ecosystem consists of many food chains that are interconnected at various levels. Thus, a food web is formed. Now, we will learn about food web. An organism may be the prey for many other organisms. For example, an insect feeds upon the leaves of various plants, but the same insect is prey for different animals like frog, wall lizards and birds, etc. If this is to be shown in a figure, it will form an complex web. Instead of a linear food chain, such a complex network is called as food web. Generally, food web are found everywhere in nature. Students, look at this picture. You can see different type of organism here. In this figure or picture, here too, one organism is a prey for more than one organism. Number of consumers vary or change in food web. We have learned about ecosystem. So, why is the number of top consumers like tiger, lion is less in ecosystem? The organism in the form of food, or you can say prey, should always be greater in number than consumers. Then only the ecosystem is balanced. That's why third level consumers or top consumers such as tiger and lion are less in number than other consumers. If many consumers have same type of organisms as food, then it will affect the ecosystem and many consumers remain starved, hence ecosystem will be unbalanced. Now tell me why ecosystem should be balanced? Because interaction between organisms of food web need to be proper to balance the ecosystem. If consumers are more than the producers, then there is a death in the ecosystem. If the number of organisms like tiger reduce, then there will be increase in number of deers. And if the number of deers increase, then there will be shortage of grass and ecosystem will get unbalanced. And then herbivorous animals or grass eating animals from forest enters in the field of farmers in villages.